Today's video was brought to you by our media partner, Precision Optical Technologies. Precision Optical Technologies, optical networking redefined.
And obviously, quota takes precedent in the MSOs. You know, they got to make their numbers. They got to.
I mean, I was a businessman doing business.
They got to help customers and be efficient. So, getting technicians to the trainings and to the vendor shows is a little tough at times. But we run the vendor show, which is one of our premier events. You know, start to finish from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon.
Go check it out.
We usually encompass a training program there that you can attend. We have a lunch. We have the cable games, which is huge. If you wanted to get into that, you could compete against other peers in the cable games doing things that cable technicians do. It's always fun to watch. It's great to compete and get your best time, even if you're not competing against anybody. Compete against yourself, right?
I like it.
Make yourself more efficient and doing things the right way, which is important because there's a certain way to do things and a certain way not to do things. And if you don't do them the right way, things go wrong. So
well, to that experience though too is when you're there. I mean, even if you don't win and you still do it as an example, I mean, you're seeing some of the top, the best of the best, how they're doing it. So you're basically taking in that, wow, look how fast, Jeff did that over here. Wow, I can't believe it. Let me go talk to him afterwards. And that is that kind of cross-pollination, if you will, of sharing of the wisdom and intelligence together, I think is a marvelous thing.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, and winning a local event is the goal, right? You get to go to the big show after that. You get an invite to Expo to compete against the best of the best. You're talking nationwide, sometimes worldwide, with the chapters in South America, etc. You get some pretty good competition there, and it's always a blast to watch that event at Expo.
Yep, Expo is just great. So since you brought up Expo, I just gotta ask the question. So Expo, a long time ago, used to be hosted in many cities. Now I think they went down to like 2 or 3. I could be off, give or take. What is or was your favorite city to have Expo hosted in?
Oh boy. I think it's a toss-up between Denver and Philly. I haven't been to the Atlanta Expo yet, which I will attend this year. I don't ever want to go back to New Orleans. I'm not sure that anybody really wants to be there outside of Mardi Gras, but yeah, that's probably the best. I think Philly was nice because it was downtown, it was local, they had a great market down there, on your off time, huge conference center. Same thing with Denver, right? Huge facility. Sometimes you wonder how they even fill it up, but it does. I mean, sometimes they have 2 or 3 conferences going at a time in there. Yeah. But Denver was nice as well. So yeah.
Both are beautiful. I think Denver was a prettier setting, if you will. But I thought the food in Philly was. I mean, you can get anything you want. It's all right there.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's great. Not much of a Philly fan, being from Pittsburgh.
What did I say?
But the Expo was nice down there. So
well,
I'd like to bring it to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So you're a Steelers fan then?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, good.
I am.
We can be friends. We can be friends again then, Roy.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
I'm a Packer fan. I'm from Wisconsin originally, so sticking with the whole team. I'll root for the Steelers when they're playing anybody but Green Bay, but outside of that,
So you're a cheesehead at heart.
I am, and never a Dallas fan, ever. In my life will I ever be a Dallas fan. And I'm saying that because my boss may see this someday, and he's a Dallas fan.
Let me see your war face.
I also have a couple colleagues who are Dallas fans as well, so just so you guys know, we'll never be a Dallas fan. So.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you there, except my Dallas is more like the Patriots, Boston fan. So no.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I just lost all my East Coast rights by saying that, but I'll stay right here as a matter of fact. So that's good. That's good stuff, though. So yeah, I love the Expo. Let me pull it into more of the local. So let's talk a little bit about the chapter, the Penn-Ohio chapter itself. So you became president, or were voted in president last year in December or November. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which
I'm trying to think. I think we had the election in December, but typically it's in November. I can't remember off the top of my head. This is my second time as president. I did a 2-year term a few years ago, and we try and change it up. You know, Zach Pennington took over after me, and then Mike did a year. Mike Odell, everybody knows Mike Odell. He's the star of our YouTube channel, which is an initiative that, with your help, you know, we've kind of taken by storm. We just recently hit 10,000 views and 200 watch hours, which is a huge milestone for us. And we've always said, you know, it's not about the points. You know, there's a point scheme where you have to earn points to make compliance. You earn extra points to be top 10 in the nation for the chapter. And our YouTube is doing that. We're getting out and training our technicians through these shorts, through these, you know, medium and long posted videos from our vendor community, our business partners, you know, and we're really getting the training out for our technicians to view on their time. You know, they're short. They don't take a lot of time. You know, you can watch one, you know, I don't know, 15 minutes you're sitting waiting for a customer, you can watch one on your phone. You know, it's something easy. And we may not get points for them totally for training, but what's important is that the technicians are getting the training. So, you know, we find other ways to make points throughout the year. Compliance is a big thing. We make compliance every year, which is really what's important. After that, everything's gravy, you know. We've been in the top 10 for the past 5 or 6 years. This year we were just outside the top 10. And I think it's because we concentrated on, you know, getting the training out and not so much on, you know, what we were doing as a chapter to make points or whatever. It's because it's not about that.
Yeah.
But we do a lot in the chapter. We do our local vendor show every year. We do a golf outing. The YouTube channel, which is huge. Our social media platform has just exploded, and that's thanks to you, John, and your team. We appreciate the partnership there, and just recently we found a way to bring our vendor community in and add some business partners, annual media partners, annual media sponsors.
So we have sponsors and we have partners. Kind of what's the difference between those two at a high level?
So I think a partner is going to get more viewings, get more play time. They're going to be able to promote their products as well as their industry solutions more than the sponsors. So it's all about how many videos you get, you know, how much play time you get, how much bling you get on the site, you know. So your name is out there. It's going out to not only our chapter, but chapters across the United States. You know, they're seeing this content, and it's just been a great platform to get the word out, get the training out, get the information out for these vendors who sometimes, you know, their marketing teams, you know, don't do a very good job of promoting that within the chapters, and we're kind of doing that for them. So I think it's important that when they sign up as a media sponsor or a media partner, that they get what they pay for and really enjoy the time that they spend, you know, reaching out and touching everybody, I guess you could say.
Yeah. That's a real good way of putting it there too, because, you know, one of the beautiful things about putting the videos up on YouTube, frankly, is you get to share that knowledge with everybody. Yeah. Right. I mean, it's not locked down behind some curtain somewhere or anything like that. I mean, somebody from Brazil, if they're a cable operator, they can access this and see how to, you know, sweep and balance a network, as an example, or how to set up their SFPs properly, et cetera, et cetera. And that, I think, is extremely commendable. And I think that's part of the reason that it's very popular, because from the Penn-Ohio side, we've got the professionals in here talking and going over these. And, you know, today's attention span, as you know, is very small. So as we keep those considerably down lower, as from a time perspective, allows you to basically take knowledge at a quicker rate, and at your own pace too, really.
Yeah, right. And the media partners that we've had, you know, so far have been great. You know, we've had some great content on the site already, and we haven't even started the offerings that made them partners to begin with. These were all initiatives that were started prior to us creating a partnership or a sponsorship. So they're going to get in, they're going to get their content out there, and I encourage all business partners to do the same. I mean, we have limited slots. Obviously, you can only do so much work in a day, right? And you're a busy man yourself. So we have 10 slots at our media partner level, and then I think we have 20 at
20 for
sponsorship
sponsors.
level. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but there's plenty of opportunities. We'll post stuff in there, that's not obviously sponsor or media, related, but that's because there's a need in the industry to do it. But for the most part, our sponsors and our partners are going to get the platform. So I encourage everybody to take a look at it and see what they can do. You can sign up right on our vendor links on the national site for both vendor day and golf outing. There's a link in there to become a media partner and a sponsor. So Mike Odell's been pretty. Let me tell you a funny story. So Mike, who I've been friends with for what seems like forever, came to me and he said, "Hey, I want to do this. I want to do a YouTube channel. I want to get stuff going, but it's going to cost a lot of money." And I said, "Well, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend the money. We got to keep the chapter going. We keep training going." And he's like, "Yeah, but I really think we could do this. Can we just, try it out?" And I said, "Okay, let's put a vote out there for the team." Our board members took a vote. We authorized, I think, $3,000 or something, to start with, just to dip our toes in the water. And this thing exploded. So I can't take any credit for it whatsoever. This was all Mike's idea, and through your partnership, you guys have really blown it up, and I appreciate it.
So, it's the team. I mean, everybody's pulling together to bring knowledge to everybody, and I think that's part of the reason it's doing so well. Again, it's for everybody. If you want a career in telecommunications, you can literally go to our YouTube site right now and start learning and literally hit the ground running. I mean,
yeah. And speaking of careers, another thing we do in the chapter, I would say about 6 months to a year pre-COVID, as a chapter board, we came together and said, "Hey, we want to reach out to a broader audience. We want to go out in our community," which was kind of wild at the time because MSO wise, it seemed like everything was pulling back to national, where we were losing our regional community presence and, losing touch with our customers. But we wanted to go out, we wanted to reach a bigger audience for training. So we started with a friend of mine at Forbes Road CTC here in Monroeville. It's a high school tech program where he does IT and that's the courses that he provides. But we went there and we said, "Hey, George, what do you think of getting the kids to learn how to be cable technicians? Really training them up and giving them a good opportunity to come right into the industry." And he loved it, So we then took it another step and we went to Pittsburgh Technical College and said, "Hey guys, what if we created a feeder system for you from the CTCs, from the high school level, where people interested in becoming cable techs could move their way up and then get a degree in cable, telephone technology." And they were in too. It was great. Everything was rolling. We were starting to get everything in place for our first meeting. We had it set at the Ford Road CTC. We were going to do an SCT chapter meeting there, invite the kids so they could see everything. And then COVID hit. Bam, dead stop. That was tough, because that was one of our huge initiatives that was going to, really promote the business, in our community and hopefully nationwide at some point.
So is that back going operational now, or heading down that path again?
It is. National took a initiative to start it back up. That was really our next step, was to go to national with it and say, "Hey, how can you help support us with this?" And they ended up thinking it was their idea. They went in, they said, "We'll do it." And I'm like, "Cool, we'll help you, we'll partner with you, we'll do whatever."
sexy.